100% on AGORACOM TV, a daily, fast-paced, edgy show bringing the best press release out of the small-cap space every morning at the open, so you can hopefully profit from them and maybe find your next great small-cap investments. Friday, February the 11th, typically a slow news cycle day, but I do have two press releases for you. Let's get you started first with Donner Metals, trades on the Venture Exchange under the stock symbol DON, and for our friends in Germany under the stock symbol D4M. They announced that they've received notice from their partner, Xstrata Canada, that it will conduct a feasibility study on the PD1 deposit commencing immediately. I'll get to the relevance of that in a second. The study is going to focus on the open pit potential of the deposit between 25 and 100 meters vertical depth as incremental feed to the metallurgy mill that could supplement production from the Breakmack-McLeod deposit between 2013 and 2016. I'm going to talk about that in a second. So a little bit about the PD1 deposit. In mid-January, they announced they'd received a 43-101 compliant resource calculation from Xstrata Canada related to the PD1 deposit. Combined mineral resource measured indicated 1.74 million tons, grading 4.55% zinc, 1.16% copper, and 19.9 grams per ton of silver. That was located between 25 and 515 meters vertical depth. So on that basis, a decision was going to be made to conduct a feasibility study on the exploration by open pit of that portion of the deposit as feed to Xstrata's metallurgy mill. But that decision was Xstrata's to make, and they made it today, and they're saying that they're commencing that feasibility study immediately. So that's very, very good news. Why is that important? For those of you who don't know about Donner Metals, they've got a partnership with Xstrata Zinc right now. They've construction of their Breakmack-McLeod mine has commenced right now. They're expecting production in late 2012 or early 2013. Life of mine production: 606 million pounds of zinc, 83 million pounds of copper, just under 1.5 million ounces silver, and just over 13,000 ounces of gold. So this PD1 deposit, if it looks like if the feasibility study comes through positive when it's released by Xstrata, that could be used to increase the feed going into that mill. Very, very important for both companies, and could be potentially even better news for Donner for obvious reasons. Closed yesterday, 28 cents, 52-week high, 33 cents, 52-week low, 17 cents. So most shareholders are happy there. But do your own due diligence. By the way, this is an advertising client of AGORACOM. Got to disclose that. But we don't talk about AGORACOM client news unless it stands on its own 2 feet. And anytime you got a junior coming out with a feasibility study that's being produced by someone of the magnitude of Xstrata Canada Zinc, then you've got to report on that. So good news for Dave Patterson and his team over at Donner. Next up, China Advanced Construction Materials. China ACM trades on the NASDAQ under CADC. They announced their second quarter ended December 31st financials. Revenues up 32% year over year to a record $34.5 million. Gross margins, I like this, have expanded to 19.4%. That's their gross profit. Sequentially, over a high sequential increase over 13.3% in the first quarter. Big number. You're talking about almost a 50% gain in the gross margin. GAAP net income, $3.2 million. Now, that's down significantly from $7.6 million year over year, but they're saying that comes primarily from a non-cash, looks like a $4.8 million non-cash net expense for the change in fair value of warrants. From a business point of view, their quarter-end backlog is at a record $66.7 million. That's up 15% sequentially. And EBITDA, $7.1 million. That's up 24%. A little bit about this company, why they're on the show. They're a producer of advanced, certified, eco-friendly, ready-mix concrete and related technical services for large-scale, high-speed rail and other complex infrastructure projects in China. More than just lip service, they've won numerous high-profile projects, including the 30,000-kilometer China high-speed rail expansion, Olympic Stadium Bird's Nest, the Beijing International Airport, and both the U.S. and French embassies. So this company's for real. They're going to have a conference call at 10 o'clock. I'm going to be on that because there is a little bit of concern lately out of the Chinese reverse merger space. There are a couple of accounting firms that haven't been quite on the ball. One of those accounting firms does represent China ACM, so there can be a lot of questions there today to make sure that the numbers that they're producing are real. There have been no other accusations of any kind towards China ACM, but nonetheless, people are going to be asking questions. We're going to be on that conference call. That's a wrap. As always, quality over quantity. Two great press releases for you. If you look for more great small cap news and you watch this on Globe Investor, then look below me or to the left of me, depending on the page you're on, to find out what companies we've been covering over the past few days. Interviews, webcasts, and press releases. Otherwise, get stuff to the front page of AGORACOM if you're not already there. Watch the show. Take a look at the best press releases on our front page over the past few days and get into our marketplace to discover your next great small cap investment. That's a wrap. Have a fantastic day. Have a great weekend. See you on Monday.